Hello guys, I'm back for the second of these videos with the new wig. I'm not sure about this one. I don't know. What do you think? I kind of like it. I prefer my pink one. But this video is, apart from this apparent outburst of wiggy wiggy, wiggy wiggy wiggy, wiggy wiggy wiggy, wiggy wiggy, wiggy wiggy, wiggy coffee. I don't know. We're being bizarre to start with, apparently, because we are. Because that's where we do it. Right, back on topic. So this video is actually going to be talking about Patreon. Some of the changes that are coming and have happened have been implemented into my Patreon, and it's for people who might be interested, people who are already on Patreon and all that good shiz. So if you're not interested in Patreon, you're not gonna care. But that's what this video is about. So you can find my Patreon in the link down below, but if you are not that patient, it is www.patreon.com/starry-eyed little lady, Lillady. And initially, the Patreon was very, very OM-centric, and I've decided that that's too constraining for me. I just clicked my finger to prove a point. It was too constraining for me. It was too tightly knit. It was too focus like that, and it was driving me cray. And so I've opened it up a little bit now, and it's more Celtic spirituality, natural magic, natural based spiritual ecosystem goodness, a little bit less OM centric. The OM are not going away for certain. We're definitely going to be doing OM and OM lessons, which is the Celtic kind of runes if you're confused, but it's not just that. What I will say is when we reach 50 Patreons, and we're inching closer to this number, every single patron will get a free ebook. I believe I called it Orating OM. And it's going to be Fluxy OM affirmations with a spell for each, or a little ritual for each. And that's going to be everybody across the board on Patreon once we hit 50 people. So some of the changes are as follows. There are different tiers on Patreon, if you don't know what Patreon is. And Patreon is where people pay each month to support a creator of content. And depending on what tier they are, they get access to different amounts of content. So the top tier will get everything. The bottom tier will get one thing. So the bottom tier is Wanderer. The Wanderer. The Wanderer. It's $1 or more a month. Anyway, firstly, a lot of people don't actually give anything back at the $1 amount. They're just like, thank you for supporting me. But I'm a Virgo and I can't. So you get access to the energetic mood board as a visual cue for the month. In the tier next that follows it, which is Hedgerow Seeker, $5 or more, you get the mood board, and then you get the energy reading that goes with that, and it's like a month overview. What are we looking at this month? What are the energies? What's going on astrologically? What's going on touching on the witch pulse? What kind of speaks right now? What is important? And you also get access to the weekly Oracle energy reading, which is taking on 2 forms now because #Virgo. Originally it was just OM, and I would pull an OM or an OM card and then give a little overview, and the overview would be a basic reading, things to focus on, things to avoid, and a quote. So that's what you get for the basic energy reading, but I'm also doing an audio recording a little bit more in depth, which is a 5 to 10 minute mini podcast every week for $5 or more. And that's basically like you get a weekly energy reading, like a tarot reading or an oracle card reading, for $5 a month. You're not going to find that many other places. Root Caller is $10 or more. So you get all of the things above that, and you get access to the full moon and the new moon podcast. So the full moon and the new moon podcast is an energy reading to serve your magical life. Magical life. Magical life. That's me talking about how I feel the energies are leading up to the new moon and the full moon. Things that I am discussing, vibrations, putting my finger on the witch pulse, dick in a pulse. I don't know what the matter with me is. I have no idea. That's what you came here for, right? And strange accents. So that's new moon, full moon, all the oracle energy readings, the overarching month reading, a second piece of content with a magical basis, spell work recipes, etc. around the theme of the month. I'm considering right now bringing back I Can't Witch Without for the Patreon. I know people really enjoy that, but it is a lot of work for the I Can't Witch Without. It's not just me talking. I tend to do research and things around it. So I can talk to you about different folklore and mythology, and I double check my memory, which is not always the best. And I have sources that I can give to you and stuff like that. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing the I Can't Witch Without for the $10 and above video, and then it can tie into the theme of each month. So each month has a theme, a magical theme, a magical theme. And this month is Celtic mythology and shape-shifting, and the energies and magics of shape-shifting. So if you're at $10, you get access to the first podcast of the month on the theme. So this month has already gone up for $10 or more, which is Celtic myth and shape-shifting for a modern age, and covers shape-shifting, Irish mythology, examples from history, and what shape-shifting means today. Today. And then we have the Sacred Grove Walker. Feels a bit like an ent. Bottom. Don't be hasty. So you get everything that I've already mentioned at the $25 tier. Plus you get a one-on-one 30-minute interactive session tailored to your personal spiritual needs per month. We can hang out on Google. We can hang out on Skype. We can hang out on Facebook chat. You don't have to partake of it if you want the other goodies, this grabby hands. If you don't want to do the personal session, you don't have to. But there are really wonderful ways of connecting. You can ask me whatever you want, whatever you like, within a magical sphere and within reason. And people would normally pay for those sessions, so you get one of those for free. I really enjoy them too. It's a good connection, and talking about different things and using cards and tailoring it around the individual. I do a little conduiting sometimes. I see what messages we pick up from spirit, and we see where we go. You also, at that $25 mark, get access to the second podcast of the month, and the second podcast of this month is probably, I haven't decided which order round they're going to be, but it's probably going to be the Cadwyn from the Welsh mythology and shapeshifting for the second podcast of the month, and then your exclusive monthly sigil and a spell work for your personal use. So for $25 and above, I design every single month a tailor-made sigil and spell work around it. And these have been some of my favorite things to actually do. I freaking love designing sigils. And they've already gone up this month, and they're usually very, very popular. People like the spell work and the sigil. So then the Forest Dweller is $50 or more per month. So you get all of that shiz that we've already mentioned, all of it and more. And then you get the third piece of exclusive content and added behind the scenes content that will vary from month to month depending on what I'm doing. The one that I remember was Apocalypse, which was, and I showed you, like, I had dropped wax everywhere, and I videoed a really nifty way to clean up without too much hassle that I had learned from my candle making days. And that's a little bit of behind the scenes. Sometimes you get cat footage because kitties. But the third piece of exclusive is in addition to any behind the scenes content. The behind the scenes is extra, and that's depending on what's going on at any given month. But you get the third piece of exclusive content, and that varies on what it might be. It might be an extra podcast, an extra video, and you also get that session that we already mentioned. And you also get access to a monthly spell work or ritual work on your behalf and of your choosing: money, magic, healing work, shadow work, etc. So if you want it at $50 or more, you can ask to be put into a ritual to help with healing, or if you need help with money, or if you need help with protection, and you're like, Joey, help me. This is what I need. And I'll be like, cool, we can do that. It's not a problem. And then the very, very, very top tier is Wildwood Cola for $70 or more a month. You get all of the jammy jam from before that point. I extend the Skype session or the Google session or whatever it is up to an hour for people at the top tier. But what the top tier is really about is the OM's seasonal mystery box, in which you will receive a OM themed box of physical goodies at least 4 times a year, including spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And there are going to be seasonal extras. Halloween will be a thing if you are a continuous member on the top tier. For Patreon, there is a 2-month minimum subscription required for that, though. So if you want to have access to the OM mystery box, it's not like a subscribe for a month and then gone, because I can't afford that. Especially given how much I put into the mystery boxes, because I'm a Virgo and I'm me, and I don't believe in giving you like nothing. Some subscription boxes, you're like, where did the money go? Not mine. I don't agree with it. The last summer boxes, I've got one left to go out. How many things were there? I mean, there was jewelry, there was a charm, there was a handmade amulet, there was a handmade powder, there was a handmade ritual journey candle, there was a surprise fairy door crafted by me. There was so much in it. There was crystals in it. There was wild crafted goodness in it. Like there were 3 or 4 bags of different wild crafted things for spell ingredients. There was a lot, because I don't do things by halves, because we just can't. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Wiggly worms. I've had that in my head all month. I don't know what this is. An advert for kids from the 80s, I think. Just can't catch us, wiggly worms. It sounds really dodgy in the modern day. It sounds like some kind of Harlots theme tune. I've been also watching Harlots recently, so maybe that's what that is. Who knows? So this is the update of what Patreon is, what you can get from it, what is available. There is going to be a reward for 50 Patreons for everybody, and there's going to be a reward for 100 patrons for everybody. I'm really looking forward to sending out the ebook, Orating OM, which I may well make into a physical book at some point in the future going forward, after it's gone out to all the patrons first, obviously, for their free ebook. And if I do decide to make it into a physical copy, what will happen in that instance is that patrons will get at least 50% discount off it if they decide to buy the physical book as well. So that's what will happen for the patrons. So they will get their book, and it will be, out to them before everyone else, and then if they do want the physical one later when it eventually releases, they can get it for a good discount for being a patron. So that's it for the entirety of what has happened and changed on Patreon. I do really enjoy the podcast format for the most part, and I've had some really good feedback with it, because people can listen to it on the go. They don't have to sit and watch a video. It's more like I can put it in my ears and go. People really like that format, and I do too. I really enjoy just, sitting and chatting, and I can be in my pajamas and nobody knows. They do now. But, I really enjoy that format. So that's something. Not sure about this week. Not sure about it. I like this. This is bothering me. Like this very, very sharp thing here. That's bothering me. I think I prefer the thing. I wonder if I can style it, like not on camera, but So that's that. I hope you guys are having a good end of your summer. It's nearly fall, ladies and gentlemen. It's nearly fall. And on that note, there is going to be an autumn OM box. What month are we in now? We're in August. So to make sure that people have enough time to sign up for 2 months, it's going to go out at the end of October. But I'll also be like sneaking out mini OM surprise boxes for Halloween to everybody who's been on there for some time too, because it excites me no end. And we're also going to be, me, myself, and I are going to be creating new autumn items and new Halloween items this week. All the old goodies are available right now on store if you're interested in older Halloween stuff, because I had people ask me, and they're like, I need pumpkin spiced stuff, and I was like, I mean, I can make them available now. Like, I hadn't thought of making them available not even mid-August, but I can. And people were like, do it. With that exact expression. No, not really. But so I did it. It's there. You can have some early pumpkin spiced roll-on goodness, anointing oils and so on and so forth, if you so desire. And if you want to see what the new ones are, you're gonna have to wait a week or two, because I've got to make them. I have them all planned. #Virgo. Of course, I've got them all planned. Who are we talking to? I put my hands down on my book like you can see it, and you can't, but it's there, I promise. So there you go. There will be some more Halloween goodness coming up soon. So that's an update to the Patreon. Thank you guys who are already on Patreon. You guys mean the world to me. Your support has been fantastic. Some of the interactions I have had, I've lost I lost the word of interactions there with wiggly worms in my head. Into wiggly worms, into wiggly worms. Interactions with people. And it's been really, really wonderful on there. It's a really nice vibe on there. It's really great. I feel it in my bones. But I did want to expand it a bit. I wanted a bit more witchcraft, a bit more Celtic stuff, a bit more history, a bit more me. I don't know what that is. Don't ask. Into the Patreon, because it has to feel like me for me to be putting stuff up there, because it's difficult to record these days on YouTube. So that's all the updates, all the information, everything you need to know about Patreon going forward from this point into autumn. That's all you guys should need to know. Thank you so much if you support me on there already, and have a look around at some of the different things that you can look at on different tiers and see if it's for you. And if it is, I will see you over there soon, and great. So stay fluxy, everybody. Many blessings. See you soon.